Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Dell XPS 139365. So it's pretty down the line, but the big question is it still worth it in 2026? So I know this laptop came a long time ago, but it's still pretty worth it in my opinion. Even in this 2026, can still undo some things here and there, but I don't know, you're the judge. So you're gonna tell me if this laptop is still worth it in 2026 or not. So first of all, let's talk about the design. The Dell XPS 13 is pretty good in my opinion. Let me just show you guys how it can fold up like this, like a normal laptop. You guys can see like a normal laptop, it can fold up like this, and it can also fold backwards. You guys can use it as a tablet. Nothing too crazy though. It's pretty modern nowadays by most laptops out there, HP, all that. It's pretty modern, so it's nothing too crazy. One thing I love though is how slick it is. It's pretty slick, honestly speaking. It's pretty slick, pretty nice. Just portability for a laptop. If you are going to school, this is probably a laptop for you to get. And that's basically my take on the design. Now let's talk about the display. Even if this laptop is a few years old, it's still a good display. I'm not gonna lie. You can get up to 1080p or even 1440p touchscreen, and it's pretty bright and colorful. If you're a student or a creative, it's still a joy to look at. Now I'm not gonna lie, the performance is pretty outdated. The XPS 13 comes with Intel 7th generation processor. By 2026, that's old tech. If all you do is web browsing, note taking, or even streaming, it's fine. But for heavy multitasking or editing, you might notice a slowdown, so it depends on your need. So when we're talking about the battery life, it's pretty good, but it's not really that perfect in my opinion. Now you might get up to 5 to 6 hours on normal use, but if you can get your hands on a well-kept model, it can last a lot longer, but don't expect a full day of use. Now the keyboard is comfortable when typing, the touchpad is pretty smooth. But one thing to note is the ports. You only get USB Type-C on this laptop, so you likely need a dongle if you still use older devices. But if you are mostly wireless, it's not a big deal. So for the big question, who is this laptop for? This laptop is for people who like content creation, but it's not handling those your heavy video editing. It's probably good for you to use it for scripting. And for students who are there looking for a laptop, this is probably one to get because it's nice, it's sleek, and it's portable. People who like premium looking devices like this, it's clean, like I said, it's clean, portable, comfortable for your everyday task and all that. So those are the type of people this laptop is for. If you are those people that like heavy gaming, video editing and all that, it's not for you. You should probably go and get a gaming laptop that is pretty sleek. I recommend either Asus or Victus. Now the price range of this laptop is not something that is really high up above. It's a best budget laptop if you are looking for those kind of budget laptops. It ranges from at least $219 to $400 depending on where you are. I'm not gonna lie, it depends on where you are. So that's basically the end of the Dell XPS 13. I have nothing much to say more about it. That's pretty much everything. You guys let me know if you are getting it or you are skipping it and going for something more better. Let me know down in the comments, and make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one.